Hey, Freakwist, Tsuchikage, Cornflakes. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. Oh, she looks great. There is no world where Flan won't be on my team. Morning, Juden. We'll go with Jurdian. So I'm butchering names this morning. Hello, Blaze over at YouTube. Fits. Get some dailies done. We'll go check out the new Flan. Morning, morning. Hello, everybody. Shit. Mola. I should compare blue Flan to new Flan. Hey, Dr. Nero, thank you so much for the sub, buddy. I appreciate the resub, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. What's this, Slash? Hey, grats on the 20 speeder, man. Nice. Sub 2 and Philippe. Let's see, which hunts do I have to do? Hey, thanks, man. Thanks. Let's see. Clear Katie's perfect. 30 Katie's. Thanks for the anniversary wishes, Dom. New Katie's team. It's the same Conqueror Lilius and Ken that I'm using on Wyvern, and it's my standard RTA Gala, and I just threw some random Destro gear on Fenris. So far, it's going pretty good. Back-to-back limiteds. Why do I feel deja vu? It feels like they're trying to keep the hype train rolling. That's for sure. Slow Golem team. I just use my what do you call it? Nightmare raid team, Nightmare Vera team on Golem. It works real well, and that way I don't have to make two teams. Ooh. Sorry for the flashbang, everybody. That evidently killed my game. Thanks, Mincow. I'm flabbergasted on all the banners. I want to get Gala, and I would probably like to get new Flan. If anything, she's good in PvE potential. I don't even try to think on potential collab. Welcome to Epic Summit. 7 Information Mimic. It's not their first time doing this, and it won't be their last. When is your preview on her? As soon as I get my dailies taken care of, we'll jump in and take a look. That's hilarious, Black Star. I think maybe she'll be decent in PvE. Let's see, dash. Oh, it's just it's by a band called, it's by White Bat Audio, and this one is literally just named Free Death Metal Song. He does a lot of DMCA free metal music, so most of my stuff comes from White Bat Audio. But here we go. Here's the name of the song. Yeah, literally he just named it Thrash Hardcore Metal. Not very creative on the namings, but it's nice that I can play music I like and not have to have YouTube mute my channels. I am curious what they're going to do with Wretched Rose. They have to delay her. She can't be next. Haven't really dove into her kit yet. We'll review her here in just a second, Alum. Can't wait to run double Flan. You are cooking. Only Flan's team? Yeah, Rigby, why double Flan? Why not triple Flan? Make it a threesome. They really did take our buff 2 away in 2 days, after promising it would be here for 4. Frickin' Smilegate. What buff? The web event said that the buff event would last until Tuesday. It's still Monday. They ended it 24 hours, or 24 or 48 hours early. Yeah, see, it was, Saturday, they changed it. They changed it. This said Tuesday. They stealth changed it. Those sneaky bastards stealth changed it. Didn't even acknowledge it with anything. They just changed it. Well, I guess it'd be like that, guys. It's gonna be a 2-day buff event now, not a 3-day buff event. Would Fenris be okay if he has that evasion on his kit since he's so squishy? I don't know. Maybe. hard to find a way to make Fenris okay for anything other than Katie's. And now that we know you can use Lilka in Hall of Trials just as well as Fenris, it like drops his value to almost 0. Because you know who's great in Katie's? How many of you guys have Sirmia? You know it's a great Katie's team? There you go, that's a great Katie's team. I'm not even kidding, right? Like, there's stun RNG on the first stage, so let's do this so she can't be stunned. And just run it. I guess the next thing they're going to sneak into the change is how Aloth's recall works. I wonder, Blackstar, right? Because Harsetti's banner ends before the recall, and they very specifically said that you can recall for any 4-star that's in the game at the time the recall starts. So if they plan to release Wretched Rose next, or even the new Shuri unit next, by their written statement, you would be able to recall lots and use the selector ticket on Wretched Rose. And that's why I think Wretched Rose is not next. I think we're getting a filler banner, because there's no way they would set it up for set it up to just allow us to snipe a on banner ML4, right? We'll look at the new Flan first, Kenny, and see what she looks like. This is such a silly way to do this. I mean, don't really do this, guys. It's slow, but it's just kind of funny that it works. Bits and pieces, screenshots, things like that, Mencow.
All hail, Flan, yai, also Rip Brinnis.
Can it quick battle? Yeah, it should. It doesn't take that long to clear. It's not like the Flurry team. It should quick battle just fine.
I got a reply from SG customer support. Told me to buzz off and that balance changes had to be made. I asked about Spirit's breath.
Yeah. Because what it comes down to is they can't figure out how to write content around the interaction that they created, so they're breaking the interaction so it's easier for them to write content. Which means we're very likely getting more Abyss floors or new PvE content or something, so that's the flip side of it. They obviously are cooking something up to give us that, you know, required them to break the Aloth's interaction. You know, joke, Brinnis would probably be a unit by now if she wasn't just so awful ugly. There, I said it. I said it. Quick question off topic. When will the balance patch go live? 24th, I believe, is when the patch goes live. Android racism. You take that back. New wallpaper. What we got? Oh, I see what you mean. This is Lilka and Kana and Flandy and Brinnis stuck back here. Did you Photoshop this in, or is she really stuck back there? in the wallpaper. Because if she's stuck on the other side of the fence, that's freaking hilarious. Somebody photoshopped it. I kind of wish they didn't. I kind of wish that Smilegate did this. That would be the best. What's this, Dark Riven? Yo, calm down, Dark Riven. Calm down. Oh, that's the new Epic 70, we're getting, everything is bigger. Bigger rewards, bigger assets. You just got 20 speed on a Destro set. I have a 22 speed Rage set. So, I feel you, man. It's okay. You run those all day long. Never feel bad about anything with a 20 speed on it. Anytime you got any piece that's got speed that starts with a 2, worth. Yeah, there you go. Joke knows what I'm talking about. Nothing about this piece matches the set, but he's going to use the hell out of it. And there we go. All by herself. Katie's isn't that hard. You just need one unit. One very drunk unit. For real though, if you want an actual real team for Katie's, use this. This works great. I didn't change anything on these units, right? It's my like RTA speed Gala. If I put Gala on attack boots and had her go before or had her go after Conqueror Lilius, that would have one shot. So instead it takes 2 shots, but that's okay. Not gonna bore you with Katie's fights though. Actually, I do need a few more of these. I'm just gonna run these in the background. And we can talk about Flan. Is that RTA Conqueror? It's RTA Conqueror with no boots on. She's not wearing any boots. And the whole reason she's not wearing any... If I put boots back on her, it would solve the issue of her not going first. My speed tuning's off. Fenris is supposed to go before Ken there. Wonder why that's happening. Art, yeah, the art, the hot spring art is definitely good. There we go. Six the dogs on him. Jumps in, pushes Ken up. A little unfortunate this happens before the defense break, but is what it is. Good chunk of damage. Ken gets the defense break. Where's my Ken defense break? Oh, there we go. Defense break from Ken. Dual attack. Gala hits her S3. Look at this. Even on speed boots. Gala chews through this so quick. But anyway, you could tune this proper, put actual attack boots on Gala, and it kills it in just a few seconds. I was thinking about making this team to show people how to build a one-shot, but God, why would you? Why would you bother one-shotting this? Just take this team, or literally any team with Lionheart Sirmia on it, and just press auto. We'll let it run 30 in the background. Any Molas on Fenris? I think he's on Grace of Growth right now, so... yeah, for the next 3 days, he's max Molad. After that, he goes back to being unused, and I'll just put Lionheart Sirmia on the team. Yeah, go for it, man. It's pretty safe and stable. Okay, let's talk about the new Flan. That's what we all came here to talk about, right? Okay, you guys ready?
Ah, what an incredible vacation. I wish it could last forever. An enticing lure will always be reliable. You really have no tact.
Afternoon soak
Landy wins the
Flan.
grand prize in Policia Shopping District and lands tickets to a vacation getaway. Flan is over the moon by Landy's invitation to spend a vacation together, but her excitement quickly fades when she finds out that Kana and Laika will be joining them as well. However, her disappointment at not being able to spend precious alone time with Landy didn't last long, as her mood was quickly comforted upon spotting Landy relaxing in the hot springs.
Damn, calm down, Flan.
Ended up discovering her own way to enjoy the trip. After
Okay, what do we got? A Gemini Ranger. Gemini Ranger. Briar? Briar's a Gemini Ranger, right? Yeah, so she has Briar Witch Asarius stats. So you could build her fast.
Afternoon Soak Flan is a 5-star Fire Elemental Ranger. She has high attack and effectiveness, and can increase her attack further through her imprint concentration.
Oh, Briar and Pirate Flan. Seaside Bologna too? Okay.
Skill 3.
Skill 3. Attacks the enemy singular, so it's a single target S3 with a defense break. And increases combat radius of the allies by 20%, so she can defense break and be a bridge. You can build Briar pretty fast, but I don't know if she can be open or fast. And if you soul burn, ignores the R, so you got a guaranteed defense break into a CR push. Successful attack always results in a crit, so you don't need... So she's going to be pretty easy to build on damage. Okay, interesting.
In the palm of my hand. Attacks the enemy, decreasing defense for 2 turns, and increases combat readiness of all allies by 20%. A successful attack always results in a critical hit. When 10 soul is consumed, ignores effect resistance.
Let's see. Oh yeah, James, the base stats are always linked to class, zodiac sign, and star grade. So all 5-star Gemini Rangers have the same base class. All 4-star Leo Warriors have the same base stats. So that's how you can kind of pre-build units before they come out. Okay, I'm still on vacation. So she starts the battle. At the start of the battle, not just her turn. Start of the battle, she gets 3 focus right out of the gate. And she gets 50% evasion, and as long as she has focus, she gets 100% evasion. Holy shit. No more BS evasion units who just don't evade and die anyway. She actually has 100% evasion. This is our first 100% evasion unit. That's madness. After an ally uses a basic skill, consumes 1 focus, triggers dual attack. So your allies... you got to be careful with your allies that you don't consume all of her focus and then she loses her evasion and can die again. That's kind of cool, right? Little interaction with the other units that you got to decide when to and when not to use extra attacks to get the dual attack, draining the focus. If you go too far, you expose her through her evasion. Oh, and nice. And she increases the combat radius of her caster by 15%, so she doesn't technically needs speed. You don't have to build her fast. You can have your opener S1 triggering the dual attack using 1 of her 3 focus, CR pushing her up by 15%, and then she can use her S3 and bridge the rest of the team. This is a very solid aggro unit. So far, just in 2 skills, they've given aggro everything they need. They've given a self-CR pushing pushing bridge unit who does things not on her own turn, who can't be killed.
Another unit that can ignore effect resistance. So why are we building gear for effect resistance units when it can just be ignored again?
I've told you guys 1,000 times. Effect resistance is a made-up stat. It was made up by turn 2 players to scare cleavers, and it doesn't technically exist. But for real though, ignore ER, it's a single target attack. So it's really not that big of a deal that it ignores ER. Most single target attacks are 10 souls, and it is nice, but it doesn't have any kind of a strip baked into it. So immunity stops it. It's an attack-based skill, so you can't... Evasion stops it. Her being blind stops it. This one isn't that... Well, it doesn't stop it, but reduces your chance to stick it. I think the ignore ER on this is perfectly reasonable for 10 souls. Oh, wait. Is it 15% or is it 25%? It's 25%. This doesn't show these. Holy crap, can she bridge? Can she self-bridge? So she self-bridges off of your opener as long as you S1 with your opener. So we're going to see things like...
S1 with Zeo, with Flan against a 0-speed Harsetti, you can push her up, and S3, and push the whole team up. And you go first with all your units.
Exactly. So you're going to be able to do that, or when Arsetti's not in play, you're going to be able to S3, S1 with things like Knockwall. But what's Harsetti going to do to her if you don't have Zeo, though? That's a whole ass other question. Let's check the rest of the skills.
Skill 2. I'm still on vacation. At the start of the first battle, gains 3 focus. Increases evasion by 50%, and when focus is 1 or higher, increases evasion by an additional 50%. After an ally uses a basic skill, consumes 1 focus, triggering a dual attack, and increases combat readiness of the caster by up to 25%. When a
I know I'm circling back around to it, but I love that they're putting these double-edged sword mechanics into the game, right? That when an ally does things, it's going to take away her focus, but trigger her doing these things. But if you take away too much focus, she loses her evasion and becomes vulnerable. I think that's pretty pretty sick that they're adding that kind of interaction into the game. Conqueror Lilius. Yeah, because Conqueror Lilius will trigger a dual attack from her instead of a random person. Because her S1 triggering a dual attack, so even though Lilius says she dual attacks randomly, since this triggers a dual attack, since it's baked into the skill, this will take dominance over dual attacking with anyone else, so it'll always be with Flan.
Skill that triggers a random dual attack is used. Afternoon Soak Flan will prioritize participating in the dual attack.
Yeah, right there. Flan will prioritize participating in the dual attack. So in other words, even if somebody else procced a dual attack, that one will be ignored. Flan's going to get it. That's a great pose, Flan.
Skill 1. Do not disturb.
Okay, this is our S1 skill. 30% chance to stun. Okay, it's single target, but it's got baked in Abyssal Crown on a ranger. Nice. A successful attack always results in a crit. You don't have to put any crit chance on this unit. Any crit chance at all. When used on the caster's turn, uses It's a Whopper instead of Do Not Disturb. Changes it to an AoE attack, gains focus. Which is good, right? She will, when she takes a turn, she will gain focus, so she'll always have that 100% evasion after her turn is over, as long as you don't rob it from her with other units. A successful attack always results in a crit. Skill does not trigger a dual attack or a counter attack. She can't be countered on her own turn, guys. Holy crap. Now, it does... When used on caster's turn, uses It's a Whopper instead of Do Not Disturb. So on her turn, she does not have an AoE stun, right? That's how I'm reading this. She only has the single target stun when it's not her turn, when she's dual attacking. But she doesn't have an AoE stun, unless this is a typo and they forgot to include this sentence down here. I think it's just, yeah, I think it's just all damage. Her S1 on her turn is all damage based. But man, when she dual attacks though, when people S1 and pull her, she's gonna have a 30% chance to stun on top of what she's doing.
Attacks the enemy with a gun, with up to a 40% chance to...
I'm sorry, did I say it was a built-in Abyssal Crown? It's built-in Abyssal Crown with 10% extra chance. It's a 40% stun. 40 freaking percent stun.
Stun for 1 turn. A successful attack always results in a critical hit. When used on the caster's turn, uses It's a Whopper instead of Do Not Disturb. When It's a Whopper is used, attacks all enemies and gains 1 focus.
How's this damage?
A successful attack always results in a critical hit. This skill...
Ooh. That's kind of stinky, guys. 6k damage to a BBK, 2k damage to Death Dealer Ray. I know Arius is funneling a lot into the, Hey, Sparky, thanks for the biddies, man. I appreciate it. I know Arius is funneling a lot into that Ilanov, but that damage does not seem to be good.
To go with her.
Yeah, that AoE damage isn't good.
Skill does not trigger a dual attack or counter attack. After
Dreamlike Holiday increases critical hit damage by 15 to 30%. Okay, and because people are going to ask it, this does not increase crit damage via a buff. This directly increases crit damage, so this will exceed the crit damage cap. You could theoretically go to 380 crit damage with this artifact. If the caster attacks when it's not their turn, it has a 50% chance to increase the attack of the caster. So when she dual attacks not on her turn, so like when one of your units S1s and pulls her, she'll give herself an attack buff. That's pretty solid.
Afternoon Soak Flan's artifact, Dreamlike.
So, Benny Maru's Tachi that procs off turn.
Feeling deeply touched, Flan
Would anybody use this other than Flan? Does anybody else that's a ranger attack when it's not their turn? Fenris? Yeah, but who the heck uses Fenris? Seaside Bologna? Yeah, if you're playing... You know, this artifact would be really good if you have a time machine, want to go back to 2020 and play Seaside Bologna. Sure, sure. Biblis, for all of the insanely high DPS Biblises out there, maybe, maybe. I don't know. Maybe get 2 to be future-proof, but this is such a whale-based artifact with 75% chance at plus 15, 100% chance at plus 30. I think you just get 1 and focus it. Commander Pavel, possibly. Possibly. I still think you're going to get more out of him through Dux Noctis, depending on how many crits you land. I think Dux Noctis will push it up a little bit higher. And also, you know, this is considering you're running a team where you aren't already going to have an attack buffer, which a lot of openers are, but yeah, I don't know. It looks like a really good artifact for her. I'm just not sure it's going to be that useful anywhere else.
Wore it throughout the entire vacation. Increases critical hit damage by up to 30%.
All right, Commander Pavel already attack buffs. Good point, good point.
Has up to a 100% chance to increase attack of the caster for 1 turn before attacking. Can only be activated once per turn.
An enticing lure will always be reliable.
A tourist from Policia enjoying her vacation.
She's got a freaking Landy plushie.
Afternoon soak Flan through the limited summon starting October 17th. Thank you.
You know who I am.
Okay, so this is where you could S3 and S1 to push up Flan and bridge with her, right?
Don't you? To encounter me
She's got the 3 focus.
is to meet your demise. What a hassle this is. Won't you assist me?
Yep, so S1 to
You
bridge.
better stand down. I'll do whatever I have to. For a better tomorrow.
Oh, Veronica's clever, because Veronica S1s to pop the bombs, which CR pushes her, so she gets a turn. She cut all of those CR pushes on Ilanov.
Will always be reliable.
That S3 only did 8k damage. Again, through Arius, but the S3 doesn't hit hard either. So her S3 and her S1 are kinda mid. That was 24k? Did I miss something? No, that's 8k, not 24k. Oh wait, the dual attack though. Let's look at the dual attack. Okay, it's a defense break, it's a bomb, 900 damage from the hit.
There's no way around it. Cover me. Fire.
That was about 10k and another... How hard did she hit here?
No way around it. Cover me.
Freaking off screen.
There's no way around it. Cover me. Fire.
I don't think so, guys. I think the lion's share of that damage was from, Okay, you know what? We're gonna suffer through it. Went too far. Oh, come on. No, it's only 1697. 19,479. So she did about 17k damage. She's attack buffed into a defense break, though. Wonder how much damage she do not into a defense break. Have to math it, but that's still good. Given it's into a Dragon King Shroon. They aren't the tankiest things in the world, but Arius is in play. So it looks like all of her damage is wrapped up in her dual attack. Her regular S1 is not it, her S3 is not it, but she hits pretty hard, especially into defense break.
Vacation.
Because this is terrible. Into a DDR, this is terrible.
Will always be reliable.
But she's loaded with defense breaks, and the defense breaks are going to let you enable a lot as an aggro unit. Okay, so there was without a defense break. And Ilanovs are pretty tanky. So 500. So about 8k. That's pretty good damage into an Ilanov. Ilanovs typically have minimum 1,500 defense. I mean, it's good, right? It's good that she's not like a ML Ludwig level damage unit. She brings really good damage to the team, but mostly she's going to enable the rest of your team. She's got the CR pushing for your team every time she S1s. She's got defense breaks, which are going to enable you to kill things. She's a complete evasion unit, so she's hard to kill. She's definitely an aggro unit. People are going to bridge her with Ludwig, likely. She's gorgeous. What if you play her with Harsetti? And then her first turn, after Harsetti resets everybody, the first unit that goes just S1s, which has her push the entire team up so that you always get to go second. What? Oh, I know the build. I'm putting her on rage set. I'm running her base speed rage set with Harsetti. Base speed rage set with a 200 effectiveness Harsetti. Then we'll see some numbers. And then we will see some numbers. Oh, I might have to get 2 of her to build a fast one and a slow one. I hate that Harsetti is forcing us to build 2 of every unit. Oh my god. Zeo could use the S1. For going into Harsetti, definitely use her with Zeo. But going with Harsetti, I think a rage set Flan is Harsetti's best friend. This is cool. This is a fun unit. This is the first time I've been really genuinely excited for a unit in a long time because she looks like she's going to bring so much to the game. Whether you're a slow player, a Harsetti player, an aggro player, I don't know how well she could slot into a tank down, but she definitely helps fix a lot of the tempo issues we have. Zeo S3, Harsetti S1. Harsetti's S1 won't activate Flan's push. But you could Zeo S1 and then S3 with Flan. Yeah, because when Harsetti S1s, it's during your turn, so Flan's not going to push. I'm looking forward to this unit, guys. I'm looking forward to this unit a lot. I hope you guys are too. Did it say anywhere when she's coming out? Did we get a release date?
tickets to a vacation getaway. Flan is over the moon by land.
Says it at the end, right? October 17th. October 17th it is. So the day Gala goes away, Flan comes out. And we get back-to-back limiteds. I can't decide how I want to build her. Hey, Kefnet, thank you for the sub, man. I appreciate it. Well, this has me in such a good mood, right? She kind of does everything that I wanted.
Happy anniversary, Tristen.
Hey, thanks for the anniversary wishes, my friend. Appreciate it. This has me real happy, right? She does everything I want her to do. She's got unique synergy with Harseti, where I can build her base speed, high damage. I could maybe even run her on rage set, and I got some pretty good rage sets sitting around. And I can run her with Harseti, or I can build a really medium speed one, right? I mean, doesn't have to be fast. 240, 250 speed with a 25% CR push. That should be plenty to cut, and then I can have any unit go first. It could be a Ludwig S1, it could be Knockwall S3 S1, Ran S2 S1. You've got a lot of options, and that would let her push up. And if I have to fight a Harseti, as long as I can get Zeo on the team, she solves that problem. And even if I don't get Zeo on the team, the first one of my units that goes, S1s, and then my entire team pushes up and I get ahead of all of the enemy's Harseti units. So she's got some counter Harseti play and some synergy with Harseti play. This is going to be such a fun unit to cook with. And she's not stupid broken in her own right. She doesn't look like... She's not... You know, she doesn't have self-sustain in the sense of healing. She doesn't have insane damage, but she brings just enough damage that she will contribute to the damage of the team. The 100% evasion is crazy neat tech. I guess we're going to see units that absolutely penetrate evasion soon. What does she do? When she dual attacks with an S1, she CR pushes up your whole team. When she, I'm sorry, when she S3s, she pushes up the whole team. When she S1s herself, when she dual attacks with an S1, she pushes herself up. When she S3s, she pushes up the whole team. She's got defense breaks on most of her skills. When anybody S1s, she dual attacks with her. Does Death set, try Destro set on her first? I could, but, you know, why not Rage? Shaltir has a 100% hit, right? I believe so. Lifesteal's what do you want to put her on? Kind of going the Violet route, right? Self-sustain through evasion, so you'll just use Lifesteal to keep her alive. Increases hit chance by 100%. Yes and no. I mean, as long as the, well, there are no Ranger evasion artifacts, right? So yeah. 100% evasion. Fat cat. Take it up even higher. How does evasion stack with stealth? Stealth means you can't hit the target. Evasion means you can't target the target. Evasion means when you attack, you have a chance to miss. So you have a 100% chance to miss with an AoE attack that goes into her. With stealth, you can't target with single target. Stealth reduces damage by 50%, so you would, an AoE attack would always miss. You'd take the miss damage and cut that in half because of stealth. Damage mitigation, it cuts the damage in half. So if you did 10,000 damage and a miss is what, 25% damage? So you go down to 1,000 damage, we'll go down to 250 damage, and that would get cut in half by 125. Would it still remove stealth on a miss? Yeah. Yeah, stealth units that get hit, it reveals them. Miss or no miss. My Shaltyr's kind of weak. My Shaltyr doesn't get played much, and she gets the job done. She kills the evasion units she needs to kill. Evasion units don't have a lot of bulk to them. I've never had her not kill for me. You went with the riskiest YouTube thumbnail, but the art is too good not to use for a Flan video. I was going to use the big booba one too. We'll see if our thumbnails get pulled down or flagged for nudity. If they do, I'll float like Urvalin faces in front of the assets or something. Oh, I didn't, I only got 10 runs in, but as you can see, the team works just fine. I've not had a fail yet. I'm sure anything's possible, but it just kills so quickly, the Cadies doesn't get a chance to catch back up. Is Gala still worth getting? I really like my Gala, and I use her every week. But, now that Gala's had 2 banners, you'll be able to pick her up on a custom limited summon. I'm sorry, a custom group summon, which allows you to access non-collab limited units that have had 2 banners. And we're kind of due for one. I would expect a custom group summon sometime between November and March, at the latest. Most likely it'll happen in January, February range. And with that, you can select 3 units to put on a custom banner, and you can summon for those units, and you can select any unit in the game, right? That's not a collab, and that's had 2 banners. Since Flan's had 2 banners now, you can literally select her and custom summon her down the road. Whereas Flan, you get her now, or you probably have to wait a year to get her. So I would put Flan's priority over Gala's from availability of the unit, if you can only pick one. But Gala's a known quantity. She's really good in PvE, and she's got some uses in PvP. Although her PvP uses have been tuned down quite a bit lately, especially with ML Ilanov in play, she's still a very good unit. If she dual attacks on every turn, then she'll be insane in slow battle with Bloodstone. Bloodstone, interesting, because you will S1 a lot in slow battle. Remember, you dual attack on every turn and she loses her evasion and can die. You gotta be careful not to abuse it, because dual attacking drains focus from her. And if you drain all of her focus, suddenly she's only a 50% evasion unit and she dies to a sneeze because you probably aren't going to put any bulk on her. Yeah, you're taking it down to a coin toss. I mean, how many times has Rylet and Violet failed you in the same situation, and they're 70%? This should be good, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, you're probably okay. Do I have any Flans? That's a good point. Oh shit, Flan poverty, guys. Tell me I got some in this waiting storage. I got 1. Send your Flans. Oh shit, we're about to get a bunch more Flans, everybody. I need you to send your luck. We're about to get a lot of Flans right here. Show me some Flans. Let's go. It's gonna crack into a Flan. Look at this. Into gold, into sparks, into Flan. Oh, it would have been so good. So good. This one surely is a Flan. Stop saying shoo. Stop speaking that evil into this world. Surely this last one, this is the Flan. Show me the Flan. Oh. Disappointment. Oh, it's gonna crack. Oh. Wrong Ice Ranger. Sigh. What am I gonna do with that Kisei? I'll figure it out. Furious is like Flan if you squint really, really hard. I think if you squint that hard, you're gonna pass out, Sue. Show me Senya. Senya? Senya? We take a mort! We take a mort. Little below average on my summons here. Freaking Purgus. Oh well. What's my Gala build? That's her. Yeah, SG has a nice gift for me. That's a little mean joke. Current Mort's fine. Post-buff Mort's insane, but current Mort is really good. October 17th is going to be a while. Yeah. We got to finish out the Gala banner first. That I think spending is going to grind to a screeching halt. Let's see. My Judge Kisei, I think, can take... Yeah, my Judge is already triple S, so... I can either put that Kisei into Ice Kisei, who I never use, or I can save it for an RGB Kisei. Oh, nope, she's triple S too. Kisei was my very first 5-star. Well, I guess that Kisei goes into storage for the eventual green or fire Kisei, right? The Great Mortelix, though. He will enjoy the extra crit chance. That'll take him up to an S imprint. Because you know, I'm sure as hell using a selector ticket on this guy, too. It's a Miki guy mad. Big mad. Is Alencia a problem here? I don't think the Alencia is a problem. Alencia was almost a problem. Ew, I don't want to fight any of these. This one will take too long because of Rowana. She'll go sicko mode and kill me. This one is a pain in the ass because of Senya. I think if I do this one, I need to ditch Bologna. That's an interesting choice. Can we get an F in chat for the Brenus bullying? If Brenus wasn't so terrible, she wouldn't get bullied. Ravi. Briar doing the defense breaks into BBK doing the AoE kill. It's a little spooky. Still worked. Amiki's just terrible for the AI, so I think we'll be fine. Holy crap, look, it's some poor bastard who hasn't pulled Harsetti yet. Will there be a collab? There will probably be a collab. Nothing's confirmed, but they are always looking, and we have always gotten 2 a year. How is Amiki AI? No, I'm just saying when the game controls Amiki, they use her skills out of order, so she's a lot easier to beat when the AI is controlling her. I didn't mean to imply that she was AI art or anything like that. Regular Ludwig. Regular Ludwig's the GOAT. You want to know why Regular Ludwig's the GOAT? Because, you see that Destina over there? If you're running in one of those super tanky teams where the Destina has got, like, Arius and Adam and she's built, like, 30k health, and then she survives by a sliver from your ML Ludwig, and then she, raises the whole team. Well, Green Ludwig, if you soul burn his S2, it's a guaranteed ignore ER stun, and she gets stunned. In this case, she just died because it's not a real Destina. But now I've got a gold shield. Right? And to strip this gold shield, she's going to have to go through 1, 2, 3, 4 debuffs to strip this gold shield. And when it's only 1 turn left, so when he comes around, he'll put the gold shield back up again. It lets Ludwig just survive. But also, his nuke is amazing. He's a little slower than ML Ludwig, but he's a lot more consistent. People laughed at me when I used a plus 15 maxed out selector on him. But I'll show them all the people who didn't pull Harsetti. Because he doesn't work into Harsetti. But thanks for quick battle, we don't have to deal with Harsetti nearly as much. Ew. This is somewhat uncomfortable. Hey, thank you, Defiant. Appreciate it, buddy. Immortality, so he's definitely going to get to go, but there's 3 light units for him to focus on that aren't named Ken. I'm just going to try it. We're going to watch it. We're going to watch and see what happens in this one, because this could be an interesting fight. Can I show you my set? I'll show you all the units as soon as this fight's over. Do I think Flan will change anything about the meta? I think she brings diversity into a lot of kits. I think she can be used into Harsetti and with Harsetti. I don't know if she's going to change that much, but she looks really interesting. It's the first unit I've been genuinely interested in a long time. Can I show you my Abigail build? Yeah, sure. She's not a hard unit to build. If you're a relatively new player, Abigail is a fantastic unit to have. If you're trying to get your to Masters so you can pick up the new skin, Abigail's the one to have. Yeah, Maid Chloe's a nice safety net here. AoE cleanse that also attack buffs and brings people back from the dead. People poo-poo on Maid Chloe, but she's great. Two questions. Did you have a 4th in that Zeo Flan Harsetti team? And will you make a YouTube video about that team? Maybe. We'll see when it comes out. As for a 4th, I think it just depends on what's on the rest of the team. Ouch, ouch. That's going to trigger him. Who's he going to hit? Oh, no. Poor Ilanov. If only there was a Soul Weaver who could have put a raise skill on her. Oh, yeah, that's right. I took Maid Chloe. That everybody says is bad. Man, everybody, this is a real Rylet. The guy who made this team is a man of faith, because this Rylet, every single attack, he has just evaded. Can't evade the pop damage, though. Maid Chloe appreciation stream. Okay, guys, this is the core and the guts of my anti-Harsetti team, right? First is just a jank mediocre Maid Chloe. There's nothing special about her. She's got 200 ER, which helps against most Harsettis. It's not going to stop the Giga High, but there's like two kind of Harsettis out there, right? There's the 230 effectiveness ones that you just aren't going to be able to build ER against that, so why try? And then there's the injury damage Harsetti ones, and they're usually kicking around 100 to 120 ER, so 220 ER, 200, 220 ER is plenty. And then just enough bulk to stay alive. I could put better gear on her, get her more bulk. But that's pretty much it. On an artifact that helps with her own passive healing and gives me more ER. So it's a pretty generic 3 purple pieces B tier Maid Chloe. Nothing fancy about her. I could greatly improve her, but she doesn't need it. And then Ilanov. You gotta have Ilanov if you're dealing with Harsettis. This is my damage Ilanov. I thought about changing her to a counter Ilanov, but since I'm predominantly using her against the AI, she doesn't get focused as much, so I don't get as much value out of counter set on her. But I had her on Hillig's Lance, but I'm getting decent value with the damage build out of Elbrus. The Hillig's Lance with her CR push, but since I'm taking her into Harsetti, just her own basic built-in CR push is enough. I don't have to worry about having Hillig's Lance to help cycle her even faster. And then just a jank ML Ken. Nothing super fancy about him. He's chilling at about 120 ER, which gives him a shot at resisting most of the basic damage Harsettis. And I got him on Sigurd Scythe to keep him healthy. Penetration, not that it matters if you're going into Ilanov. Immunity for an extra layer of resistance on top of his ER. And unlike most people's Kens, mine's not built nuclear, mine's built to survive. Because he might not go first. In fact, it's very likely he won't go first, so he's probably going to take a lot of hits to the face, and I want him to be bulky enough to take some hits and not die to a wet noodle. I'm going to re-gear Ken. I think I can do a lot better by my Ken. And the fourth unit is just Senya. I've got a really, really tanky Senya on 3F. She's just there to mitigate damage. And, you know, 3F is the whole reason we were able to kill that Rylet. And if you don't want to run ML Ken, you can run Lone Crescent Bologna. She pulls the team together practically as well. Ken is better when Euphine is involved. Lone Crescent Bologna is better when Bellion's involved. And versus some teams, I've even put both of them on the team. But you got to be careful about losing the mitigation if you go that route. I've had a lot more consistency out of Senya. But this team works fine too. The person that wanted to see my Abigail, I think she's missing her artifact right now. I think I robbed it last night. Nope, she's got it. So there's my Abigail. Just built thick so that she can not die and fast enough that she gets to do her stuff. Little bit of damage. Is Aiden still worth awakening right now? I mean, you might as well do it. It's free. Is Proof of Valor better than Golden Rose on her? I don't want her to die. As long as she's alive, the back row unit's immortal. So I don't want her to die, so I proof her. Let's see. Let's flashbang here for a second. View statistics. Yeah, it's about a tie. Golden Rose does let her self-heal. I think if I was going to do my build on Golden Rose, I'd need to be more tanky. I think I'd need to get her defense up a little bit higher, and then I could Golden Rose. Maybe drop my speed a nudge and get another 150, 200 defense on her, and then I could do Golden Rose. The issue with Golden Rose is, well, I guess I do have my Golden Rose is only plus 15, right? I think it is. Yeah, I've only got plus 15s other than the one Lionheart's wearing. I don't know, I don't need to have her self-sustain. I just need to have her not die long enough that my back row unit can do its things. What artifact do you use on Harsetti? Just got her last night. It depends on the variety of Harsetti builds you build. Right now, I am trying... I went from just a super tanky mid-speed one, like 170 speed and 30k health and 1800 defense, and just made it so it was impossible to kill her, right? And last night, I changed it up to a... said tanky and me went like... Last night, I changed it up to a DPS injury build with no effectiveness, and just put proof on her to help supplement that her health is a little lower. And... she's out there doing really good injury damage, and so far, my defense's win rate has gone up 10% over the super tanky version. The third option is basically this, but instead of crit damage and crit chance, she's got 230 effectiveness. And that lets her be incredibly disruptive and still be pretty tanky. I think she was 1450 by 17k. Hang on, I got it. I got it saved here somewhere. Let me look. So, there's the two builds I was toying with last night, right? The high effectiveness version that's still pretty tanky and gets things done, and then the current version, which is just built damage. I sacrificed a little bit of this for a little bit more damage on the injury build. It's 100% versus 87 because I haven't used any mod gems on this yet. I'm not going to mod gem it until I'm sure that's the way I want to go, but we're still kind of feeling out Harsetti, right? We're still trying to figure out how we want to build her and where I want to play her. Elf Mage is running a speed Harsetti with authority. I fought some speed ones on defense that stole my lunch money because the expected turn order was shot to hell in a handbasket. All my units were slowed and all of his units got to go in proper order, so... I can tell you what, though, Harsetti made doing arena push absolutely miserable. Sucked all of the fun out of the fight. Because as long as you're quick battling, it's fine, but once quick battles are over, God, the fights take forever. Like 4 to 5 minutes per fight, and when you lose a fight, you lose your streak, and now you gotta climb your ass back up to a 10 consecutive win streak. And when the fights are taking 5 to 6 minutes a run, that means it's an hour to get your streak back. It was miserable. I'm so glad that I'm not pushing for a frame this season. Imagine it with Ruel soon. Imagine it with Mort soon, where almost all of the Harsetti counters involve counterattacks. My ML Ken team is this team that you guys are thinking, oh man, maybe I should go use coins and buy ML Ken so I can make this team. This team is in the shitter once Mort comes out. We'll have to go, we'll have to switch to this team. And the problem with this team is this team gets eaten up by Abyssal Eufiends. So, I mean, my defense is going to go to Abyssal Eufiend, Mort, Ilanov, Senya. I don't know how to fight that doesn't take like 20 minutes. When is arena resetting? On the 24th, I believe. I think it resets the same time the balance patch hits. And there's no preseason, it goes right into the next new season. So Flan is a good grab in general, but if you're worried about potential collaborations, pull at your own risk. I would wait on Flan until you see how the whales test her out, but she looks really, really fun. And right now I'm more into fun than meta. Because the Harsetti has removed so much of the fun from the meta that anything that brings fun back to the game, I'm excited for. Is your Mort built for the change yet? No, my Mort's not touched yet. But as for should you pull Gala or Flan, I think Gala looks more useful. But you can get Gala from a custom summon probably in a matter of a few months. Whereas if you miss Flan, you're going to wait at least a year to get her again. Thanks for the follow, buddy. There we go. That's a thick, thick mascot Hazel. Haste still on gear? Haste still on gear. Good boy, Haste. Kana, you ready to go? Good job. Mercedes, always ready. Okay, let's go kill us a Vera. Let's see, we already killed the Jewel Eve. You take care, Slash. Have a good one, buddy. Thanks for being here. I had to reset this because the first roll was low. Look at that in just a second. Give me a second here, joke. Haven't seen Hazel used in years. Crazy. She's pretty good on Vera, right? Do you think Flan is good for Vera? I don't think so. The single targets can really screw you over at the start of this, and her dual attack is single target, and that's going to make Vera counter and stun your whole team. No, I don't think she'll be usable here. You don't clean the mobs, isn't that too wasteful? Oh shit. Oh, come on with the dual attack. Good job. Thanks for helping, Hazel. Good job. It's weird for this to not clear early on like this. How bad is it to get Sage Ball, Closer Charles, and Archdemon Mercedes from daily ML on a new account? Sage Ball, you'll be glad you have when you get into RTA. He's one of the better anti-cleave units, and if you don't like being cleaved, Sage Ball is going to be great for it.
Like I have only 5 more days of 100-degree heat.
And Closer Charles is really good early on. The further you get into the game, the less use you're going to have for him, but early on he's a decent unit to have on your team. And Archdemon Mercedes, you're probably not going to find any real use for. You might run people over and lower RTA with her, but Closer is probably your only unit you're going to find use for outside of RTA. 100-degree heat, Odin? That sounds crazy. New player here. Is Harsetti worth getting? If you're a new player, I would say no. But if you have any designs for having arena defense, she's really, really good. She is mediocre at best in Guild War, and she's probably going to be permanently banned in RTA. So you're kind of only going to use her for arena defense, and new players probably aren't going to care about that much. But if you think someday you're going to care about arena, then sure, go ahead and pick her up. But I don't know. It depends on how many mystics you have, whether or not you want to spend. ML units are typically PvP based, and Harsetti is somewhat unique in that she does have uses outside of PvP. If you consider arena PvE. If you don't care about arena and you don't play RTA, I don't think you're going to use Harsetti anywhere. She's has absolutely no uses in PvE. Who's better for arena between Rowana and Destina? Destina. Rowana relies on counter, and the Great Mortelix is about to be everywhere. What I think of Flan's kit, I think is hilariously amazing. It looks like so much fun. I'm excited. It's the first time I've been excited about a unit in a long time. The synergies and interactions just immediately got all of us thinking, like, oh, we could do this, or we could do that. I actually might have to pull 2 of her. She looks like a unit that I'm just going to be able to use in so many different places. As a new player, I was attempting to choose Commander Pavel for making Cleave PvP. Is it a good choice? For Cleave PvP, it's a good choice, except that Cleave is incredibly difficult in PvP right now. You're going to have to pre-ban Zio and pre-ban Harsetti to have a chance to use your Commander Pavel, and then you're also going to have to deal with Ilanov, who shuts down penetration, which Commander Pavel relies on. Is A. Ravi still worth building? A. Ravi is always worth having. She is a solid anchor unit. She's one of those units where if you're stun locked and you can't think of who to draft, just reach for Apoc Ravi. She's always a good option to pick. She's my go-to when I'm like, I can't think of what to do, and I'm staring at the countdown timer, and it's getting lower and lower, and I'm worried the game's just going to select trash for me. Just slam APOC. When you're in a situation where you can't figure out what to do, she's almost always the right answer. Pulled a bird's eye view from the free 5-star Artie. Is it any good? Yes. It's best in slot for Frida if you ever pick her up. It's a solid, it's one that I would love to have more of. It's a solid Artie to get. It's mostly used in conjunction with Frida and ML Luna, but you'll be glad you have one eventually. I don't think anybody will call her Flandy because it'll be too confusing. Only Flan. Are we gonna call her Only Flans? Nice bruiser pen piece. Jeff Marino just doxed himself there, didn't he? Okay, let's roll this piece. Big numbers, big numbers. All right. That is double max roll. Big numbers. 7 and an 8. Bruiser Paradise, guys. Bruiser Paradise. Show me Gear Score Kingdom. That was a 6, right? It's pretty good. I'm not sure who's going to use this, but somebody's going to use this. Yeah, 22, 22, 14. That's crazy. Just not sure who's going to use this pen piece with no speed, all this bulk. Solid piece for Abigail. Ravi? I don't know about Ravi. Maybe Ravi. Yeah, could this be a Mort piece?
Tristen is busy right now. Please leave a message after the beep. Beep.
Where to farm gold now since the events or side story is gone now? Where to farm gold? You want to come over here to the side story and you go into Book of Memories. And you spend 900 Skystones and you unlock Eulogy for a Saint. I know, it's 900 Skystones, you still do it. You unlock it, you go in, you farm this entire event, and you get up to Gray's Field, level 3-7. And the nice thing about Gray's Field is you can take 3 units that you're friendship farming and just free Spirit Tieria for your carry. Your Tieria doesn't even have to be well built. This is 2500 by 275. It's kind of crappy Tieria. If you've got an XP boosting artifact, use it. If you don't, you'll get one at the end of the year. These are usually a New Year's celebration thing. And then you just run it. Tieria should be able to one-shot everything, even at this low of a gear score. And there's 5 stages. And because there's 5 stages, you get way more stigma drops. And there you go. If you really want to speed it up, you can put Benimar's Tachi on Tieria and even one-shot that last boss, but that's 475 stamina, right? You can do about 60 of these runs an hour. So 475 stigma times 60. That's 28,500 stigma per hour. You take that stigma. You go over to the sanctuary. Yeah, RB works fine. I just use Tieria because I use my RB in other places. You go into the sanctuary, you go to the growth altar, and you spend that stigma over here. And you buy these penguins. And then you get Carpal Tunnel because this is the one place in the game Smogate has decided to put no slides. You just gotta click over and over to sell your hundreds of thousands of stigma. Oh my god, this is awful. We really need a slider in here. And once you've bought a shit ton of penguins, you go to your backpack. You go over to your backpack here. You click on enhancement ingredients. You click on arrange. And then you sell all the penguins you just crafted. And you make 7 million gold. If you do this non-stop for 8 hours a day, you'll make about 100 million gold a day. Sorry, 8 hours a day, you'll make about 100 million gold a weekend for the buff event weekends. It's about 20% more, or it's about 20% more gold than unrecorded history, and the best part is it drops a shit ton of charms. So that's my recommendation to you there for gold. Now, if you don't want to spend... if you don't want to spend 900 Sky Stones on opening Eulogy for a Saint, you can go into Unrecorded History. You do the same thing, you just farm Unrecorded History 30. You get about 20% less gold. You get about half the amount of charms. But you do get AP. And with the AP, you can buy rare and epic catalysts in the AP shop. But once you've got 5 digits of AP, then I think you should just go back over to Eulogy for a Saint. And when your AP drops down to 4 digits, you come back to Unrecorded History and top your AP off again. When's the next XP event? This weekend. It's every single weekend of October. Hey, glad it helped. Glad it helped, Sylviana. If you want detailed on this, on where to farm, guys, go over to just go over to YouTube and type TristenWulf farm. I think should do it. How to farm everything, even charms. It's a very detailed. It's only 15 minutes, but it's a very detailed dive. And in the description of the video is the charts. And this. Well, I gotta fix my links. We'll ignore that. I think I put it in the video somewhere. There we go. So breakdown, right? If you need gold or charms, you definitely want to farm Eulogy for a Saint. If you need catalysts, you want to farm Unrecorded History. It's also good for gold and charms. Not as good as Eulogy, but it's up there for catalysts. If you are looking for Reforged mats, you farm Hunts. If you're looking for gear, you farm Rift. You get good gear from Hunts, but not as good as Rift. You get good Reforged mats from Rift, but not as good as Hunts. And of course, if you need runes, you farm Spirit Altar because, duh, it's the only place to get it. So anyway, if you need some advice on where to farm, how to min-max your stuff, and one last big tip for you that I'm not even sure I mentioned in that video is while the buff event is going on, if you really want to take your gold to the next level, go over to the shop, and anytime you're farming gold, this might be worth it to you, right? Go to the normal shop and scroll all the way to the bottom, and there's an XP booster. 150 for 1 day or for 300 for 3 days, just depending on how long you're going to farm gold. 50% XP means 50% more penguins, which means 50% more gold. So instead of making 10 million gold, you're making 15 million gold. Instead of making 100 million gold, you're making 115 million gold. It's just straight up a boost to your gold. For the 150 Skystones, I think it's worth it if you're really, really pushing to get some gold. But you can decide whether or not the Skystones is worth adding 15% to your gold income or not. Make sure you've got the leaves to farm and the time to farm all day if you're going to spend this. The benefits of high friendship level. In the reputation section, I believe it's under memory chain, right? Is it memory chain? Reach Friendship 6, Reach Friendship 3, Reach Friendship 10. These all pay out bookmarks. Getting units friendship level up is one of the easiest ways to get rewards in here. And also, when you achieve Friendship 10 on a unit... Let me see, I'm pretty sure I've got one in here somewhere. It'll put a little red dot beside them. And you get these pink skill points, and they act just like Molagora. So they give you basically 3 free Molagora that you can just put into a skill and not have it take Molagora away. And if the unit is already max Molagora'd, let me see if I've got one of those somewhere. Nope, he's only plus 10, so he's got some free Mola I can spend somewhere, right? Oh no, he's just showing because he's ready to upgrade. Never mind. Let me see. Another red dot anywhere. Oh yeah, I ain't doing that. We're recalling this guy anyway. Corvus. Basara's got some pink mola I could use somewhere, I guess. Neither of those are plus 15. Krau's plus 12. I thought with all the friendship farming I've been doing, somebody would be there. Guess not. Okay, but if the unit was already plus 15 and I got her to friendship 10, there would be a little red dot on her, and when I click on this, it would immediately go flash and I would get 3 Molagora back. It would turn those pink molas into actual Molagora that I could use on other units. So you don't even you can save, you can wait to fully level a unit and then use the pink mola to top it off. Or if it's a unit that's good at plus 15, you can take it to plus 15 right away, and then you get a 3 Molagora refund at friendship 15. And, I mean, the other reason, I guess, is cosmetic, right? When you get to plus 15, you unlock all of the different facial expressions, right? And some of the expressions are pretty good. My favorite one, I think, has to be... I think my favorite one has to be General Purgus. His friendship 10 expression's amazing. Summer Ida is great. Let's check out Summer Ida. Flustered's cute. Or the laugh is cute. Okay, those are pretty good. the ghost. So yeah, that's there's definite reasons to push to friendship, right? And you can get these when they're not friendship 10, you can use your friendship boxes to push their friendship up. I'm gonna struggle to find a unit that's not max friendship. So you get these boxes that you can use to boost your friendship level, right? Make the climb a little bit easier, and you can get those boxes from the side stories. So make sure you always have a side story running, right? I've got the Hua Young one up right now, which I really need to finish. But you know, there are 10 red boxes in this one. Each side story will have 10 boxes based on the element of the unit in the story. But that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, if that wasn't enough for you, bookmarks, free Molagora, access to cute artwork. Is limited Flan worth pulling? I think she's going to be a lot of fun. I think she's definitely worth pulling because she looks like she's going to be a treat to play and fun to synergize. I don't think she's going to break the game. She actually looks pretty well-rounded, pretty balanced. She looks like she'll slot into any team except for possibly slow play. She brings some tempo back to a game that desperately needed tempo restored to it, right? Because Harsetti robbed a lot of tempo from the game, and she looks like she restores that. Her plus Zio is going to be a great way to get around Harsetti. Using her with Harsetti looks like a great way to make sure your team gets to go first. Yeah, I like her. I like her a lot. I think she's going to be a lot of fun to play. I think people are looking at the damage she does and are being a little disappointed by it, but she spams defense breaks and she has so much CR manipulation in her team. She's the perfect bridge unit, and aggro's been in a rough spot lately, so anything that helps aggro out, I am for it. Yeah, I mean, did you see this unit? How could you ask that question? Of course you pull. No, but she will... No, Harsetti S3s, and then whoever goes next. S1s, and she pushes your whole ass team up. I think she's got some potential there. I want to play her with Harsetti, and I want to play her on Rage Set. I can like women that don't have red hair. Just because redheads are my favorite doesn't mean everything else is trash. You need some variety in your life. Maybe I'll make a how to win with all of the different, how to win all the different reputations in Brawl Mode video. God, that's a lot of work. That's hours to put that together. So, I'll give you a big tip to get you started, right? When you start out your Brawl, one of the most important things to get the conditions you need is 1, getting the units you want, and 2, having them be imprinted, right? You want to have them be imprinted. So, one of the easiest ways to make sure you get the units you want and the imprints you need is to get lots and lots and lots of coins. And to get lots and lots and lots of coins, you want to have the Rengar synergy, right? You get your new power, new world power, which is the currency in this, right? So you want to get lots of Rengars and you want to get them early. So what you do is you start your participation and you draft 2 units, and there's a Rengar. So I could go ahead and run this. If you really want a killer start, oops, you keep yielding, until you either get 2 Rangar, Rangar 1, okay, till you get 2 Rangar, or you get Rangar and a 4 or 5 star. This is sometimes when people have the, I can't beat this team, I've set myself up to fail and now I can't beat my own team. This is what I recommend they do, is that you just keep fishing for the double Rangar start so that you can get the currency to build a team that's better. I hate this because it sucks some of the fun out of the mode, right? We'll just try to find a single Rangar here. Now we're not going to get any Rangars. What is this? This is called Brawl. It's part of the story event. Once you've completed the adventure far enough, there'll be a button over here, click Brawl. And this is in the side story, and it is loaded with rewards. Absolutely loaded with rewards. Up to and including, you can get Lilius's doggo as a pet. But it's basically, long story short, it's basically TFT with Epic 7 units. So I got 1 Rangar on the board, so I'm getting a little bit of synergy with Rangar. I'm going to get an extra key, so instead of getting 100, I got 110, because I got a Rangar unit giving me 10 bonus. I didn't get a second Rangar, so I'm going to start. I just want to, I want to do this until I get 2 Rangar by stage 2. Kiki Rat, okay. Kiki Rat and Hassel. Come on, just give me 2 Rangar. Too much to ask for? I guess so. So when's the new ML unit will be released? Harsetti will end in 2 weeks. So Harsetti ends on the 17th, right? And then we'll get a filler banner with nothing new. And then we'll get a new 5-star ML. And then after that, we'll probably get Wretched Rose or Shuri. Hey, thanks for the anniversary wishes. Double Kiki Rat doesn't count? Come on, game. I just want 2 Rangar. What about a collab? Probably see one in November. That would be my guess. November, December. But that's all a guess. Collabs come with heavy-duty NDAs, so they're never gonna leak that info to me. There we go. All right. Now we got 2 Rangars. Now our synergy is up to where we're getting 20 per. So I'm going to get 40 additional currency from this fight as long as they don't die. Remember, if they die, you don't get the currency drop. It says 20 per unit, but it's per unit left alive at the end. So now I got 150. So let's upgrade. Okay, sure. The whole point is seeding at least 2, ideally 3 or 4 Rangar early on. Then you'll get so many coins, you'll be able to start hyper-focusing the builds that you want to do. Should I buy Labyrinth tickets with Skystone / Leafs from the shop daily? If you're trying to complete your Epic Pass, there might be some value in that, but normally, no. You'll get plenty per month to be able to get all of your raids and Labyrinth stuff done. That content is around forever. There's no need to rush it. It's one and done, and you never have to look back. If you're wanting just to burn through it and get it over and done with and out of the way, you do you, but all you're doing is speeding through content that is kind of nice to have something, you know, a little something to do every day that's different for when you run out of stamina. The only reason I would rush through it is literally you're trying to get through your epic pass. Do I recommend building Bellion with effectiveness? I have 3 different Bellions built. One of them's got a lot of effectiveness on it. It just depends how you want to use her. Offense, defense, are you wanting to... I think if you're going to run her fast, effectiveness is nice on a fast Bellion. See how fast I'm able to expand and grow here? I'm already on 7 slots and it's only round 6 because I'm getting all this extra currency from the 3 Rengar units on the team. Did my carrot just die? My carrot just died, so I'm not going to get the coins from her. I need to move her into the back. Better Penelope. Oh, another Rengar. Frickin' A. Thieves are stealthed with 2 of them, right? At the start of the battle, thieves are stealth for 20 seconds. So I'm going to put them right in the center. I'll put Yoon right here to tank. Carrot back here for support damage. Camilla up here for more damage. Okay, so now I got 3 Rengar, so it's still only 20 with 3 Rengar, but it's another Rengar unit, so that's 20, 40, 60 additional currency per run. Damn it, Carrot. I didn't put Carrot far enough back, so she's running right... You know what? This might be okay. Oh, this is Giga okay. Hey, thanks, thanks, Basic. I appreciate it. I'm going to wait 1 more round so I can get that last spot exposed. Now, let's see. Rengar Synergy. I need Kikirat for a 3-star, 4-star, and then there's 2 5-stars. But once I get into, like, into the mid-teens, I'm going to stop focusing on Rengar and start focusing on the synergy that I want to win with. And a lot of that just depends on who I luck sack into. $204 powder. Okay, we'll pick up our 7th slot and we'll stick another Weaver on the team. $220 powder. Nice. Okay, let's pick up a 4-star. Ooh, Politis. Yeah, you out. We'll put Politis back here for dropping bombs. Carrot, let's move up here. Let's get our thieves down here to flank around. So my stealth thieves running around the back 40. Nobody sees them. Oh, I should have put him on Zahak. I should put my thieves right in the middle to go after Zahak. Put his damn gold shield up, and now he just gets to kill one of my units for fun. At least he didn't kill a Rengar unit. Do I think Phantom Politis is still relevant in the current meta? She'll be pretty good into Flan. She'll make it so that people can't S3 as much, but yeah. Smilegate has to do a lot to unscrew up the things they screwed up with Harsetti. And right now, Phantom Poly is kind of harder to play. Okay, let's pick up a... Okay, Zahak. How many Theron heads do I have? I got Yunryun as a Hawk. If I got Hostile, I can do the Theronhad synergy. So I think that's what I'll go for. Since I've got, like, the hardest to get version of that as a Hawk, so... We'll save it for now. Can I get Hostile? No, we got another carrot. Okay. Let's just go ahead and keep earning some currency so I can try to make my stuff stronger. Eventually, you're going to find that the Rengar units just don't have the chops to survive some of these hard fights. Yunryung stronger? Okay, got a Dingo. Where's the Hostile? Come on, where's my Hostile? And when that happens, it's when you come really close to dying, you notice most of your Rengar units die. It's time to swap the Rengar out and start working on the synergy that you're trying to complete, which right now is Theronhad. So I'm just going to keep summoning and try to get my Theronhad units stronger. Alexa, Kikirat. I can't not put in Kikirat and go for this 4th synergy and get 30 per. So temporarily Yunryung out, Kikirat in. Now we've got 30 currency. Still round 13, still early enough, we should be fine. Okay, good. We got Thieves in the back 40 fighting the Rangers. Oh shit. We're getting blown up, guys. PP, you better do some work. Okay. So, let's see. We need a little bit more power. Let's get you out. Thief in. Move you up here. Move you up here. You here. You here. You here. And the Thieves down here to go back into the Rangers. No, don't go up. Well, at least I got one Thief on the Ranger, so that's one Ranger dead. That's 2 Rangers dead. See how I use my stealth Thieves like assassins to go around the bottom and take care of the problem in the back? Placement is a big part of this. Okay, Jesus Christ! Holy crap! What's going on? Okay, S-rank Yunryung is definitely going in. What's Theronhad's bonus? Fixed damage, huh? Really could use a better Soul Weaver. Round 14 shouldn't be hard. I like sneaking the Thieves into the back to get rid of the artillery. I do not... I mean, I have like a real rough intro to Brawl mode posted. But I haven't really done a deep dive intensive on how to beat the fights yet. Where is my hassle? Okay, Kikirat's stronger. I don't think there's any world where I'm going to use Camilla. Stronger Lucy, sure. I'm definitely not using Ian. Not using Jenna. Well, my Alexa's stronger. Okay. Hey, glad to hear it, Knight. What game mode is this? It's called Brawl mode. It's in the Midnight Galililius side story. Once you complete enough of the story, on the main side story screen in the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see a button that says Brawl, and it brings this mode up. The rewards are fantastic. You should definitely be doing. Man, that Knight was thick. City Lords. I've never had so much trouble fishing for a 3-star in my life. Oh shit, we got 2 City Lords, guys. Is it City Lords and Theronhad? What if we drop Corinne and put in some city lords. Oh wait, we can't drop Corinne. She's our Rangar unit. Now we got 2 city lords, and city lords is going to give me 2 additional soldiers to fight on the team. Let's cluster again. So we'll have Kiki Rat and Yoon tanking. Corinne will sneak right down the middle because she's stealthed. We'll put these guys here and here to summon their soldiers. We'll have you healing. And we'll have you down by Kiki Rat. Actually, put you up here by Yoon and you down by Kiki Rat. Just go to a nice little focus cluster like this. There we go. See the extra soldiers on my side that the City Lord summoned? How is ML Lulika? Top model Lulika is not very good. Yeah, my brain kept going, Summer Lulika? Summer Lulika? It's like, I used her so seldomly, I got stun locked. I couldn't think of who the hell ML Lulika is. Early game, early arena, she's pretty good. Early RTA, I should say, she's pretty good. She's useful in some guild wars, but she's very, very hard to build. She's either not quite fast enough, and if you force the speed, she doesn't do enough damage, or she does the damage, but she doesn't quite have the speed to work. She really, really needs a bridge to do her thing. It's such a hard unit to build. She really needs a little something to be brought back in the meta. Floor 17, we're getting pretty close to where I'm going to have to get rid of my Rangar and go normal units, but you notice I can't summon. I'm out of space. You only get 10 out of 10 slots. So let's see. We're definitely not going to need a Jenna. So let's see. Hassel. No. We're not going to need a Camilla. More Kiki Rat. That's great. We won't need Alexa. Lorena is an upgrade. Sure. Ooh, that's... I'm eventually going to swap out my Lucy for Angelica. She's a better healer, so we'll keep Angelica. I don't think we're going to bother with Dragon Knights, so PP can go away. Corinne's better, Lorena's stronger, PP is going out the door. And we're definitely not using Ian. And we're not using Rose. I now have a double S Yunryung and no Hassel. It's crazy. Inos. Oh my god. After I sold all my Dragon Knights. That's okay. We're focusing on Theronhad, not Dragon Knights. Okay, the mobs are getting a little bit harder to chew through. We're starting to lose a lot of our units. And if all of our Rangar units die, we don't get any bonus from them. So I think very soon we're going to walk away from having Rangars on the field. He says as he pulls more Rangars. Holy crap. Jenna, get off my screen. Camilla, out the door. Did they remove Hassel from the game? How is it possible I've done this many 3-star summons and I can't pick up fricking Hassel? This Clarissa is freaking brutal on this stage. You gotta get on her fast. When she starts doing her AoE, it murders you. You have an SSS Hassel, no Yunryung. Together we make a really good team. Shit. Shit. Man, that was a little close. Too close for comfort. But I had 2 units survive, at least, so I get a little bit of something. Hey, Wolf18! Thank you so much for the sub, buddy. What is up with all the Ians? This is crazy. Okay, I think we're gonna have to start protecting our teams a little bit, so we'll put Angelica in. I still like the City Lords. All these S-rank units are good. Kikirat out for Senya for some extra tankage up front. That should feel, this feels a little safer now. I see, it wasn't nearly as close this time. Hey, look, we got more Ians. Wow. There's no world where we're playing Politis. Oh, the Knights are in a terrible position. We'll have to change this up a little bit. SS Zoc and still no Yunryung. Oh shit, are we losing? We're frickin' losing. Okay. Down to 1 heart. Gotta start taking it a little more seriously. Finally. Triple S Yunryung, we finally got Hassel. Okay. Zahak, and I think we keep Lorena in with this kind of damage. You can go out. Hassel. You can go and place a carrot. Got our Knights all up front. City Lords. You can hang back. There's no reason for you to be anywhere near front line. You here. And let's see if we can improve anybody. Fuck you, Ian. Come on, Zahak. Stop standing there like a lump. My Zahak's trapped. That was close. Okay. Got another Yunryung. Ooh, 2 Spirit Lords. Therenhad. Here, you, back here. You. That's better. And that's fine. Okay, Triple S Lorena. Not a single imprint for Hassel yet. All of my 3 stars except for Hassel are Triple S now. So I think freaking Yunryung again. I think I'm going to lean more heavily into... Oh, wait, is 21 the reflect floor? I think 21's the reflect floor. Do I want to put in more healing? We're really light on damage here. Oh, 23's the reflect floor? Okay, we're good. We're good then. Yeah, if you're deciding to try to run the Thief version, the Azera version with Vildred, make sure you have a backup plan for floor 23, because the reflect floor absolutely murders Vildred. Okay, this is looking a little better. Good. We need upgrades for Angelica. I'm going to center and trap my Angelica, I think. If I center and trap her, then she doesn't run around. I can keep her right in the middle. I plan... Mort won't be good till the patch anyway. Mort's already good. He'll just be broken after the patch. Hey, that's perfect. Crozet, you can head out the door there, buddy. Okay, so let's see if we can trap her. So let's put this here. The Hawk this way. You here, you here. Now she's nice and trapped. Knight's blocking in. Blank her by double knights. It's good. Kept her right in the back to be able to heal things and not get her ass killed. We need the healing on this floor big time. Yeah, new Flan does not need crit. She's going to be easy to build. Would Fumir work with Koi Flan? She should. I mean, stacking elements. Okay, we made it past the hurdle. We got past floor 23. Oh, dude, that's so good. Kick your rat. I don't think there's a world for you here anymore. Cirilla, thanks but no thanks. I'm not ready to ditch Spirit Lords yet. Jenna, get out. Inos, get out. Corinne, get out. And Corinne's back. In Brawl Mode mission, it says, with Luna, but there is no Luna. Luna and Fallen Cecilia will come out after the patch on Thursday. They'll be added as a whole new synergy. Whole new synergy, probably something like Dragons, or Dragon Warriors. They did it last year. Last year, they added City Lords in the second week last year. New Dominial, that's great. Corinne, get out. Camilla... get out. Okay, this is it, right? This is the final. This is the big fight. We got to fight Galililius, who's going to drop some nukes. A really nice way to fight Galililius is to put a bunch of stealth thieves on her, but I don't have that luxury, so we need to maintain our Theron Had squad. So we got our 3 Theron Hads. That's our victory condition, right? That's the one we're trying to push. We're trying to push 3 Theron Had to get the reputation reward. We've got 1 Soul Weaver. We could put in a 2nd Soul Weaver, but I would have to take out one of my triple S nuker here. I could get rid of Senya. Senya really doing that much? Senya wasn't doing a lot. I'm not sure a back... I mean, she was still bringing some damage. Okay, I think it's time. I think it's time to bid farewell to the Spirit Lords, as good as they are. We don't want a Clarissa either. We don't want a PP. Freaking Crozet. 50 and 40 is 90. It's not quite enough to get another 150 pull, but we can at least get another 50 pull. Alexa. We only have one shot. We either win or we don't. So let's go ahead and get that last 50 pull. And it was a PP. Unfortunate. Okay, fingers crossed. If this works, we complete our Theronhad reputation. It's not the perfect team, but hopefully it works. We just gotta... Oh, good. We got Zahak all the way back. No! She's killing Zahak first! Oh, that's terrible. Oh, disaster. We needed Zahak to kill Furious to get rid of the Ranger. I don't know. I don't know if we get through this now. Not with her out there just one shot. And of course, she takes out my healer. Oh wait, my healer survived. She's down. Giga Chad Yunryung for the win. And there we go. And we got the Theronhad synergy fulfilled. Now, whenever you win the final fight, you go into a champion fight, and your championship fight is against whatever your prior championship team was. I don't really care if this team beats my prior team, so, Dominial, out the door, PP out the door, Alexa, slightly better Lorena, Kiki you're at, nothing, okay. There's no way I'm beating Dragon Knights and Spirit Lords with this team, right? Unless Zahak just pops the hell off. Holy crap, I'm actually mowing over my Dragon Knight team. Well, that's great, because the Theronhad team looks pretty easy to win. Pretty easy to beat. GG. So this will be the championship team I have to fight next time, which is going to be some really thick people here. Angelica Furweaver. Yeah, I'll be able to stomp all over this with a City Lord Spirit Lord team, or even a Mage team. Or I could just drop Ranger bombs. I could just do a full Ranger team and drop bombs on them from a distance. Lots of answers. Points. Now, the hardest missions to do in this are the win the championship over and over, beating your own team. And a lot of people are like, I'm stuck, I can't beat my own team. Though these are really, really nice rewards, especially these, they don't count towards the all achievement. So you'll be able to get 26 out of 26 without doing any of these and still get your Lilius lobby art that people are asking for. But there is no unbeatable team. We have yet to find somebody that has put together a team that we can't figure out how to beat. And especially with new units being introduced, they're going to change the meta up a little bit in this, so you'll be able to bring new strategies in. But if you're stuck, join my Discord, shoot me a DM. We'll jump into a Discord room together, we make a party out of it, and we'll figure out how to solve your problem. Not right now, though, because right now, I have got to wrap things up and go to the gym and get ready for my anniversary. Anybody got any last minute questions before I roll out of here? I'm just going to do a bit. I'm getting ready to go on vacation, so I'm just going to do a little bit of light cardio today and maybe work shoulder by try. My Elena? Sure. I think she has gear on. She does not have gear on. 1 second. There we go. Questions. Why did I get 0 Bistic bookmarks from this week's Skystone Arena payout? It's one or the other. You select one, dude. You know this. Or are you saying you selected Mystics and you got nothing? Oh, you mean you use them all up? Well, that's a whole ass other problem, but luckily for you, we got some really nice packs that are loaded with Skystones, baby. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. You can get packs anytime you want, Biako. You just need to make some profile art and go nuts. The once and a twice time packs? I need more of these coins. I need to buy more, charms. So I can level my butterfly mandolins. Is anybody else doing this? Is anybody else, stashing butterfly mandolins for the recall? You gotta get them to plus 12. I've got 5 more to get there. Then I can get the max payout during the recall. Are there any characters who use percent defense main stat on boots? No. I believe the answer is no. Yep, they're recalling Butterfly Mandolin, and when you enhance it, right? When you enhance it, the XP I get is going to be increased by 6.5% because I've got a pet that gives me 6.5% bonus to enhancing equipment and artifacts equipments. And if I get the good or the great flash on it, great flash will be double, so I'll get double the XP. That means on recall, I'll get 2 red charms back. 2 red charms and a couple of white charms because of the double plus the 6%. So it's an investment, right? Just put everything into these, especially if you take it right up to the edge of plus 15 or plus 30, and then you just drop that charm in, it'll overcap it, and you'll still get paid out on the overcap. Okay, yeah, why are they doing a recall? Because they are changing the way that extra turn works, and it directly impacts this artifact, which has a chance for extra turn, and it also directly impacts this artifact, which does things with extra turn. So since they're changing the way extra turn works, it's impacting how these artifacts work, and they're doing recalls on both of these artifacts. And yeah, Fighter Maya does work with defense boots, but Fighter Maya is not really a real unit, is she? Let's see. Let's look. Boots. Sort by defense main. Bernard. Gear holding. Adam and Eaton, I guess, is an option. Gear holding. Oh, Armin. Armin's a good choice. Armin's a defense scaler, and she doesn't need speed. Yeah. Green Armin. She needs percent defense. And Arya, she's a defense scaler. She doesn't need speed. She's a good option for percent defense. Yeah, and of course, Fighter Maya. But yeah, I forgot all about Arya and Armin. So if you don't want to be cleaved, and she's getting a buff here very, very soon. Poor Armin, what happened to your ring? Look at this Armin. Isn't she beautiful? I mean, not in that way, but isn't she well built? It's a frickin' nuclear green Armin with over a 50% chance to counter and stun and do damage. She's one of the best, arguably the best counter clear. Am I right, Byaku? Tell me I'm right. Byaku's got an Emperor frame because of this unit. She's freaking amazing. And then, of course, the ever hard to build Arya. I think she wants defense main on pretty much everything, right? I mean, if you want to have defense stat on her and ER and crit chance, you've already kind of allocated a crit neck and an ER ring, so defense on the boots is nice. And you can also go defense on the ring and just pair her with Christie to get the ER and go even higher on the defense. Pillis is right there with Fighter Maya. It's just not a real unit anymore. Big P had her time in the sun with Rocket Punch, but doesn't see much play anymore. I think you want Pillis actually take some turns. Would it be dumb to use a special 5-star covenant selector on a hero I already have but haven't built? Yeah, that's exactly what I did with mine. I already had a Ludwig, but he wasn't plus 15. He was just on Grace of Growth. So I used the selector to pick up a plus 15 Ludwig, and then I was able to take him off of Grace of Growth and put Fenris on. My Aramentha is only at plus 3, so I'm thinking about using a decked out selector on her to get a plus 15 Aramentha, and then I'll fodder this one into her and get a imprint Aramentha. So if you don't have units, you kind of want to use selectors on units you don't have, because you never know when a buff's going to happen to make a unit great. But if you've got all of the units, you kind of start looking at Molagora, right? And you're like, well, I could get a Sage Ball or I could get a Fire Aramentha. Well, getting a Sage Ball kind of throws away plus 10 worth of Molagora, whereas getting a Fire Aramentha only throws plus 3 of Molagora. And this plus 3 was from her friendship, which, by the way, that's another thing. If your unit is already 10 friendship, you can summon, imprint, and then that new plus 15 decked out unit you got, you can get it to friendship 10 again, and you'll get 3 Molagora. Friendship 10ing any of the decked out selector units gives you 3 free Molagora, because you'll get the plus 10 friendship. They've already got plus 15 Mola, so it'll spit out 15 or 3 Molagora right at you. Any alternatives to Fenris for Holo Trials? This girl right here. She's harder to tune, but she works just as good as Fenris on damage. Actually, she's maybe about 5% more damage. No, Strays is not an alternative to Lilka. Strays is an alternative to, like, Faithless Lidica. But Fenris can be replaced by Lilka, and that's pretty much it. It's one or the other. People are using Strays as the enabler. They're using Strays to replace Flitica. They're not using Strays for the damage dealer, Haddad. Strays isn't a ranger. He doesn't get any of the bonuses, any of the perks. He's there because his S2 is a strip, and he does decent damage. But if you look, I guarantee you every single one of these is going to have either Fenris or Lilka on it. Lilka. Fenris. Lilka. Lilka. Lilka, Fenris. Lilka, Fenris. They may be using Strays, but they're using Strays in place of Flitica. He's there for the strip to enable and push the phase. He's not there for damage. If we get free unequip, I could maybe go ahead and try it again with Lilka instead of Fenris. But you can see the difference in the damage between Lilka and Fenris is pretty freaking minor. But if you don't have Fenris, you can. And the reason it works is because Lilka's damage mod on her S3 is a 1.9 modifier. It's crazy how high her mod is. Oh, you could use Bologna, you could use Landy. There's lots of green rangers that you can use, but they don't have the chops. They don't... Fenris has the insane damage and attack, and Lilka has the crazy high S3 mod, and that's what lets her work. Alternatives for Strays, Flitica, Knockwall. Flan, Rowana. Oh, I guess that's still Strays. Flan can be used. I would say it looks like it's going to be Flan, Elfelt are your options. Nope, you need to strip. Pavel doesn't strip. Oh, Pavel for damage. Yeah, you probably could use Pavel for damage. You just need 2 strippers. Did I say Flan? So I got Flan on the brain. I wonder why. Lua and Elfelt, or Lua and Knockwall, or Lua and Strays. You just need 2 units that have a reliable strip. As long as you have 2 units that have reliable strips and 2 green units, you can do it. Yeah, Rowan is definitely on a crit neck. 100% crit on your Rowana for sure. But I don't know. People have been asking, am I going to redo this with Lilka? I'm like, it's the exact same damn fight, just with Lilka. I'm 99% sure I'm not going to fall out of the top 100 with 64 million points, so I'm kind of okay where I'm at. But if we get free unequip, maybe I'll try some other teams. You use Ran? Yeah, Ran's got a strip on his S3. Just got to save it. That would work. If you want to see how this Hall of Trial works, all you got to do, go over to YouTube, type Arcetti Hall of Trials, right here. How I broke 64 million with Rampaging Arcetti. And I take almost 30 minutes, step by step, walking you through every single action, every single button push, how you gear the units, when you push the buttons, and why you push the buttons. And from that, you should be able to glean ways to get around it. I did this, I got the #1 spot, and then I posted it, and within an hour, like 5 other of my teams showed up and pushed me out of the top spot. But that's okay. I don't need to be in the top 10 or top 3. I just need to be in the top 100. Anyway, there's your link. All right, guys, this has been fun, but it is 11:30. I've got to get to the gym and then pick up some flowers for the wife. I will, let's see, who's streaming right now?
This is the first Hall of Trials since the revamp that wasn't a complete triggering fest and was enjoyable to do ... I nailed it first time.
Yeah, I actually liked this hall. Once you learn the mechanics, it was like reading a freaking Abyss floor with the crazy, like, 10-page descriptions on every single mechanic. So it was a lot of reading to get through all this, but once we figured it out and unpacked how it worked, it was a lot easier. And I like that it had a variety of units. It wasn't just a, have A-lots or get fucked kind of a fight. It was actually a pretty good fight. All right, guys, we're going to pull a fast one on Elsia, who always raids us, and we're going to raid into her. Everybody say hi. Give this girl a follow. She is a lot of fun, brings a lot of good energy to it. She's relatively new to streaming, but I've really enjoyed watching her. So we'll send you guys over to Elsia, and yeah, enjoy your Flan. I'm excited about her. You guys have a great rest of your day. I will catch you probably tomorrow morning, and we'll be doing a podcast on Wednesday to review all of the patch notes and balances we got. You guys have a great rest of your day. Take care.
Was add stevia to it, and now I suddenly like it. That just changes it. It's just like, what? TristenWulf, no, I was gonna end. Sorry, I got a new coffee today. It was a joint account. I'm happy about this. Oh, hello. Thank you for the shot. Okay, I'll stream a little bit longer. Might as well. I mean, okay. Hello, Biako. Hello. Okay, wait. Shout out TristenWulf. shit, bro. I mean, we can always password read, so it's whatever. Okay, I want to random.